Good morning, kids. Today we're checking out a brand new video from TrueGreen7 about changing one letter to create brand new Pokemon. Part 2. If you remember, he had done this before, and one example is that he turned Porygon into Porygod. Now, let's hop in and see what else he changed up.
Hey guys, Ron here. So a couple of months ago, I
Hold
made
on.
a video based on a
I could have instead said, and something along the line, and let's see how he rewrote these mons. That would have been something. And, oh well.
Twitter challenge where artists create new Pokemon by just changing one letter of existing Pokemon. I thought this trend was phenomenal, and since I've been known to draw a Pokemon or two from time to time, I thought it would make sense for me to take a crack at this challenge. The results were varied but always entertaining. You guys clearly enjoyed Porygod and Trappunch, so I'm gonna punch you in the face with some more godlike spins on some of your favorite Pokemon. If you're new, make sure to check out all my other Fakemon videos after this. You won't regret it, and if you're not new, I don't have to keep this act up. You're already hooked. But honestly, let's do a little challenge today. Other than the changing one letter challenge.
Okay.
I'm not gonna cut out any part of the audio unless I mess up completely, like I by mistake say a slur. I'm kidding.
Ooh.
That won't happen, obviously.
Oh, okay.
But my point is, what if I just don't cut? Let's try it out. I'll keep on any mistakes I make, unless, again, they're really just not fun to listen to. Like me repeating lines over and over again, trying to get them right. Let's begin with a simple switch. Turning Golduck into Coldduck. Ice is just solid water, and a C is simply just a female G if you think about it. So we're starting easy.
Wait, what?
So easy that it'll be one of the few that could fit into the franchise. All I'm gonna do is create an evolution to a regional ice-type Psyduck, like Berserker and Persian. It'll be a more serious and literally and metaphorically cold, since this could be canonical. I'll take inspiration from real-world ducks. Arctic ducks, like the King Elder Duck, to create a much more authoritative and harsh Psyduck evolution compared to the more relaxed Golduck. So it's a Golduck with a much longer and rougher beak and spikes in the configuration of a mohawk down his head instead of a cross. These are basically ice cold icicles. I'm adding a more extravagant top of the beak like real-life King Elders instead of a crystal. I mean, realistically, its entire body is made of ice crystals. It'll have a coat of thick feathers around its, bird breast and down his back, back like a cape. Dude needs to keep warm, making it a bit shaggier and literally just slightly longer version of Golduck's legs. Making
almost looks like it kind of has a build.
The feathers more prominent, like a king's cape, and some more on the tail, so it looks like a solid snow draping on its tail. But that's just feathers or fur, not actual ice. This Pokemon is egging on its opponent. It's very confident in its battle abilities, so the pose is as if he's asking for a fight. But he won't strike first. The colors aren't anything too surprising. Ice-colored body with white feathers, a more colorful bill like elders have, even puffins too. Black eyes like actual ducks, and originally I wanted a black head like the common elder duck, but the whole point is that its head has sharp icicles on it, not black ice. Behold, Coldduck.
Oh no, you should have done black
a
ice.
Pure ice type. Coldduck can be found in brutally frigid environments. It defends its territory from intruders with the sharp ice crown. Coldduck fight among themselves for dominance by headbutting each other with their heads. Their icicle crown gets damaged every summer, but will regrow by winter. They use their crown to break ice as they swim. Their thick feathers protect them from extreme temperatures. They hunt in packs, led by the most dominant male. They tear apart their prey with their sharp beak. They have the hidden ability, Ice Body, Anger Point. Sorry, hidden? Did I say hidden ability? They have just the normal ability, Ice Body, Anger Point, and the hidden ability, Slush Rush. Their shiny is self-explanatory, not gonna...
Slush Rush. If I had to guess, that would increase its speed in a snowstorm.
Lie, this is my favorite Pokemon. Wait, not my favorite Pokemon, sorry. My favorite type of Pokemon. This is what happens when you don't cut. My favorite type of Pokemon. I already like the vibe of Golduck, so a more serious and cooler version only makes me like it even more. I love the slightly more diverse color palette when compared to Golduck, for example, but the contrast between the two is what I enjoy the most. The interactions between a Coldduck and Golduck
damn, I thought it was me. That was him.
Honestly, I messed up way less than usual there. Maybe it's because I psyched myself out.
Okay, now we got an ad. Be right back. And we're back.
Next, we are turning Feraligatr into Feraligatr. Ugh, I can't undo that. I said that was a very cringy Feraligatr. I'm just going to say it, American.
Okay, so it's going from a gator to a cat.
Alligator.
Okay.
That's right, alligator cat. Thank God there is already a mythical creature that is basically just that, the Mishu Peshu.
Oh.
Mishipeshu, is a Native
Okay.
American cryptid that is akin to a reptilian lynx, to the Algonquins.
Ooh.
This underwater panther.
I'm sorry, but every time the screen frickin' goes black like that, my instinct is just to reach for the mouse, like something is wrong.
Was the most powerful underworld being, basically. But for the sake of this challenge, it's a feline feraligator. I will consider it a convergent species of Pokemon, a cat that became aquatic that ended up looking like a feraligator.
I
Now,
can
let me
see
tell
that.
you, making a face that's a cross between a crocodilian and a panther is pretty tough. We know what a feraligator looks like, and we know what a big cat looks like, so anything in between tends to look uncanny. But it's my job to make it look palatable. I'll constantly adjust the proportions, making it wider and wider. The teeth, honestly, pull it all together. Now we're making it quadrupedal. It's a cat croc on the prowl, nothing more intimidating. But honestly, the body is mostly feraligator. The cat features mostly come from the vibe. Like, I originally was gonna add sharp claws, but feraligator has those already, and I don't want the body to be fully feraligator.
True.
So I opted for soft kitty paws. Because remember, if the Pokemon
Kitty
is looking
paw.
extremely hardcore, you want to add at least one attribute that would make it slightly less intimidating. So it's more of a trainable monster than a completely feral beast, even
Okay.
when the word feral is literally in the name. Gotta add those pads, just a bunch of rectangles that are a hassle to include, very hard to draw. I decided that a nice catfish mustache would make him look distinguished and a bit less like a feraligator.
Yeah, I see it.
Why did I do That's not what the script said. The script says not but the colors are literally
Okay.
feraligators. I don't even know why I put in the script there. That wasn't necessary. Beware Feraligatto, the big jaw Pokemon, a pure water type.
I like it.
Feraligatto
Stop that!
strikes. It's not strikes. Stalks. Feraligatto stalks its prey in the night. The power of its arms are staggering. One swipe can paralyze a foe. It finishes off its prey with its mighty jaw, which it uses to savagely tear up its victims with. No, which it uses to savagely tear its victims up. Yeah, that's it. It loves water and exclusively lives in damp areas such as swamps and lakes. It rivals no Pokemon. It uses its whiskers to find food and sense incoming rain. Its night vision allows it to see clearer than even what we see during the day. They are rather
Oh,
playful with
boy.
any trainer that has raised it since birth. It has the abilities Torrent and Sheer Force, and even Feraligator's Shiny. It's definitely a ripoff of Feraligator, but like, that's the point. I think the
Oh,
fusion
yeah,
is successful.
completely.
I'm a huge Feraligator fan, and since literally everything from the original Pokemon is intact, I can't help but love this guy too. The last two were pretty serious. Let's make something a bit more fun. I'm gonna turn Roserade into Roserave. It's a Roserade
Ooh.
with rave glasses, classic rave outfit, and some glow sticks. It'll honestly make sense when I design it, but it
Hell
won't fit
yeah.
into Pokemon canon, so I'm gonna create a new type of form. Party form. This will be a party form of Roserave, basically. Maybe a bunch of Pokemon evolved on a party island and adapted for a perpetual party. I don't know. Don't judge me. Okay.
Do
so we're
whatever,
literally just
man.
trying Roserade.
We're gonna love it.
Nothing has changed, but glow sticks are coming out of its flower hands. Biologically, they are bioluminescent pistils. You know, the part of the flower, in the middle. In case any
Yes, we get
biology
it.
majors come at me asking for the reason glow sticks are coming out of this Pokemon's body. Instead of a masquerade mask, it has rave glasses, basically the classic Kanye glasses. Thank God Roserade
Classic.
already has a choker, because it really does fit for the rave aesthetic. The various patterns and lines Roserade already has have been reconfigured to look like the revealing outfit of a girl at a rave. I'm adding leaves on its forehead to look like the rhinestones makeup some girls sport at a rave. I'm giving her some lipstick.
Okay.
I mean, it's not actual lipstick, it's just, it has lips that are pigmented
It's a
differently
petal.
than her face. My point is that this wild creature isn't wearing any actual makeup. The leaf cape is unchanged from Roserade, and I'm adding more wrapped leaves around her arms and calves to look like the bracelets many girls wear at raves. It's a grass
actually
electric
pretty
type now,
good.
so the color scheme has a bit more neon yellow on it. It's way more reflective now too, with a bunch of more silver body parts. RGB lights felt too bright for the lights, so yellow, magenta, and cyan were applied instead.
Ooh,
Some
that's
glitter
better.
on the body as well. Check out Roserave, the flashy Pokemon, a grass electric type. On a remote tropical island, the native Pokemon have evolved for a perpetual party. When exposed to the shiny stone, the Roselia born on this island evolve into Roserave. Their
I
bioluminescent
like
crystals
it.
produce strobing light that blinds foes and shocks opponents. They produce their own energy and don't need to consume sunlight to live, allowing them to sleep during the day and party all night long. They love to dance and socialize, but if a crowd becomes too rowdy or a fight breaks out on the dance floor, they shoot electrifying lasers from their glowing pistols and incapacitate the party poopers. The leaves on their body, where am I in the script? Their leaves on their body are sparkly and reflective. Their silver leaves reflect light, while their green leaves absorb it. It produces an aroma that increases the desire to dance for those around them. They have the abilities Natural Cure and Lightning Rod with the hidden ability Dancer. Honestly, Roserade canonically dances, considering it's based on a patron of a masquerade ball, so having a regional form that dances in a rave makes total sense. It's a joke Fakemon, but could easily be retooled to work in the Pokemon world. Now, all the Pokemon we made so far are final evolutions, so why not give some love to a cute, pre-evolved Pokemon?
Cute, damn it, not
take
cut.
Munna. Oh, I don't pronounce it Munna, it's Munna. I never pronounce it Munna. I don't know why I pronounced it Munna there. I'm gonna take Munna and turn it into Sunna. That's why I said Munna, because it's Sunna.
There you go.
I keep on saying Munna! Munna is a lunar dream eater. What if our Sunna was a daydreamer?
Dude!
While Munna is based
Okay, relax. It's okay.
on Baku, like Drowsy. Drowzu? Oh my god. Drowsy. The Japanese mythological tapirs that eat your dreams. It's primarily designed after a koro, a Japanese incense burner. How about we take inspiration from a different culture's censer for our regional form? In Arabian countries, they burn incense called bahur, in a censer called mabhara. That'll be our visual muse for Sunna. So it's basically a rounder Munna with way longer legs that look like the base of a mabhara. I made it look more ornate and holy, almost like this is a prince and Munna is a princess. Most importantly, because I want to give it coronas, also known as a crown. That this fits anything sun-related, but also Middle Eastern incense burners are, more spiky than
They're all
Japanese
kind
ones.
of round shaped.
I wanted to add ears that look like the spikes on a mabhara, but you'll see I took them out in the final design because honestly it ruined the round appeal of Munna. Mabharas have intricate floral patterns too, but a bit more western looking than the eastern koros. It was originally going to be black to contrast with the bright colors of Munna, but honestly gold makes the most sense. Very
I
regal.
like it.
Say hi to Sunna, the Dream Eater Pokemon, a psychic fire type. In a region between Kalos and Hoenn, there lives a Pokemon related to Munna named Sunna. It floats around when the sun is up, consuming the daydreams of others. When it eats a particularly imaginative and pleasant daydream, it produces white smoke. It has been used for centuries to ease anxiety, since it simply eats the uneasy thoughts that enter the minds during the day. People
it's a psychiatrist.
People gather around Sunna to socialize in bliss. When humans congregate to worship, Sunna is there to make sure nobody's mind drifts into boredom. It has the ability Levitate and the hidden ability Sweet Veil. I thought that its Charged Shiny would be appropriate and that Levitate would help as a fire type. I kind of combined the idea of incense and a water pipe, that Arabians would traditionally gather around and socialize with. And technically, this could be an Asonian form of Munna. Honestly, it is. I declare it an Asonian Munna. Now, Zangoose seems to be a common subject for our challenges. Today, though, I'm going to turn Zangoose into Mangoose. Now, you may interpret that as a man-mongoose, but that's kind of what Zangoose already is, kind of. So instead, I'm going to design a man-like goose. The most human-looking goose imaginable. It'll be upright like a human, even gentlemanly and refined. Imagine an intelligent goose became a British nobleman. That's what I'm brewing. That's what my job is. I get paid by drawing man-sized geese.
What are you doing?
In the beginning, I resolved to make a goose, but keep the ears of a Zangoose so it looks like upright feathers and was more interesting than just a humanoid goose, but honestly, they don't look good. And this guy is supposed to look like a normal,
I kind of like them.
As normal as possible. That's going to be the whole idea of the Fakemon. I'm keeping the scar, though. It makes it look experienced. Like this now refined man had a sordid past. As I was making the body, I tried to make it look like an upright bird, but that just made it look like a hanged chicken corpse. I decided that instead of wings, it should have feathers that look like a shawl. Since it doesn't fly, it shouldn't showcase big wings. But now it looks like a Victorian Englishman with one of those cape jackets, like Sherlock Holmes.
Ooh,
I don't know what
that's
they were
a good one.
Victorian cloaks. Feathers that look like an ascot, and a pattern that vaguely looks like a sweater or cardigan. Geese feet and tail, and boring old goose colors. Again, this is just some intelligent goose. He eats at the table, not on the floor with the Pokemon. I decided to give it a Velociraptor claw. Blaziken has arms. Why can't he?
Yeah,
Dude looks like a Baron. Now this is what a Mangoose looks like. This is Mangoose, the Mangoose Pokemon, a normal type Pokemon. Memories of its battles against other Pokemon consume it. They do not They do not enjoy the company of other Pokemon, and in fact, act like humans. They are known to sit at the table and even converse with humans. They understand
But
human
try
speech and
to.
respond with honks and squeaks. Not squeaks, squawks. Geese do not squeak. They move like humans and in battle fight with kicks and swipes from their talons. They maintain composure, but will go berserk when losing to other Pokemon, especially after a showcase of elemental mastery. As a result of their abuse by other Pokemon,
Love
they
it.
see other species as inferior. They are great swimmers, but do not utilize a single water-type move. They can be insecure about their shallow move pool. They have the abilities Guts, Analytic, and Scrappy. Their shiny is akin to a rusted bronze statue. I'm a fan of how I kept its feud, but instead of with Viper, its feud is with every Pokemon, I guess. The idea is that it's extremely normal
It's
like a
petty.
human and doesn't like other Pokemon who can harness the elements and blast fire or shoot lightning. It's a fine idea. I hope you liked the idea of this video too. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Check out all the other Fakemon art videos too.
Well, folks, that's going to be the end of today's video, and honestly, this one was a freaking laugh riot, because, as he said, he wasn't going to cut anything. Well, anyway, folks, I thank you all for joining me in today's video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original will be in the description below, and I'll see you folks next time when we flick on. Peace out.